shoes. Hey, I got here first. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. Move.
There's a lot of contributing factors why kids demonstrate difficult behavior or become difficult. Often it may be from something as common as nutrition or lack of sleep, or it may be just a lack of exercise. And then a lot of it has to do with language. Kids don't have the language to communicate what it is that they really want to communicate.
It's a snake, he said.
And all of a sudden we have, quote, this difficult child in our classroom.
Celeste, what should you be doing?
I'm already finished.
Misbehavior may also be caused by frustration with learning.
Howard, I need to have you put those away and get finished on your math.
But it's too hard.
And there's always going to be prohibitive kinds of things that we can't deal with, or things outside of the school and setting. But I think we have to take a look at what gifts and talents and strategies and solutions we have.
1, 2, 3 magic cuts. Watch this. That way, you can just focus on one problem at a time. Want to try that?
If one solution doesn't work, you can always turn and create another one.
Hey, dummy! Quit pushing me! But I want to race. I'm the racer guy. I have nothing to do. Let's get yours.
What should you be doing?
Successful primary teachers are systematic in their approach to developing students' self-management skills. They recognize the need to include strategies and techniques that reinforce acceptable classroom conduct, minimize unwanted behaviors, and help students make better choices.
When students' behavior is motivated by power, they try to bait you into a power struggle or an argument. As teachers, we have a choice. We can choose to get into power struggle, or we can choose not to. Did you notice I did not verbally react to the students' misbehavior? All I did is redirect them. See, it's my job not to escalate, but to de-escalate the situation.
Strict teachers.
I'm not bothering anybody.
I need to have you stop tipping your chair and get to work. Thanks.
I'll sit back in my chair if I want to. It's a free country.
Sometimes it's hard to walk away from a student when they give you an attitude, but if they're complying, which is your immediate goal, you'll want to deal with that attitude later. This is one of the best ways to keep out of power struggles in the classroom. Emily, I need you to sit down.
I appreciate that you sat down, and we'll talk at recess.
Telling students you'll talk with them later is not allowing them to get away with anything. You're choosing a time when they're calmer, you're calmer, and you have a much better chance of actually helping them gain control over their behavior.
When a defiant student tries to hook you into a verbal exchange,
what are you looking at?
remember 4 key steps. Listen and acknowledge that you've heard what the student has said. Redirect the student to the task at hand. Defer to a future conversation.
This is stupid.
Several different techniques will help you with listen, acknowledge, redirect, defer. Each of them has different strengths. Each helps you stay out of an escalating, no-win power struggle.
Tyler, I need you to sit down.
Hey, there's a smiley face there for that one. I can see you're upset. I need to have you sit down. We can talk later.
I deserve a better grade than this.
When students become confrontational, teachers may unintentionally react in ways that escalate the situation. This is where Level 3 intervention strategies come into play. They enable you to redirect non-compliant students in ways that minimize conflict.
Level 3 interventions are going to take more time than Level 1 or Level 2.
iMessages and clear direct messages are two key strategies in this category. There are 4 types of iMessages: I want, I need, I feel, and I will.
Alex, I want you to open your book to page 42 and get started. Thanks.
Hey.
Breathe. I need you to finish sharpening your pencil, go back to your seat without touching anyone. We'll talk about it later.
An iMessage can easily be combined with other intervention techniques to redirect students.
Trevor, I can see you're upset, and I need you to sit down. We can talk about it later.
I deserve a better grade than this.
Then let's talk about it later, and I need you to sit down.
When you use I statements, it increases the chances of cooperation and lessens the chances of confrontation. Connor, feel free to fall asleep after school, and right now I need you to get started on the assignment. Thanks for your cooperation.
An organized, well-managed primary classroom maximizes learning time and minimizes off-task behavior. When teachers establish clear expectations and consistently reinforce them, they can quickly deal with misbehavior when it occurs.
What's a better choice that you can make besides throwing your cards down?
One shape you can make.
While instructional strategies vary depending upon the purpose of the lesson and needs of the students, teachers can make the most of classroom learning time by managing materials and resources, organizing students to work in a variety of ways, giving clear directions, and actively monitoring students' efforts.
Now you and a partner might both make this, and you say, oh, we'll take this apart and make a different one. But there are a number of different shapes.
Although a seemingly minor aspect of classroom management, keeping classroom supplies and materials handy for easy distribution sharply reduces off-task behaviors.
I'm going to do an activity with students. I have to think about the materials I'm going to use. And in order to make the activity run smoothly, I try to think of what is the easiest and best way to get those materials passed out. So for instance, I put little things in plastic bags, enough for each group of 2 students or 4 students. Or I have things in a little tub. I know if I organize myself, then the class will be much more on task because we won't be taking a lot of time passing out materials or getting kids up and getting kids back down.